apologize. My eyes are burning. I'm on some medicine that makes me feel dizzy. I had a lot of things I wanted to do this week. I haven't been able to get to because I'm sick, which probably means while I'm working on them, someone will steal them. My ideas. Anyhow, I have a question from Silzia. Silzia, if you were president, thank God I'm not, what would you do, Silzia? Are there any people that want to be president? If I was president, I feel that people have lost the incentive to do good or do the right thing. I don't feel like people do the right thing anymore. I feel like we've lost that from like the 1940s to the 1950s. Something people just don't have the incentive to do the right thing. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just live in a terrible world. Oh, I do. That's right. So sadly, people need incentives to do the right thing. So I feel like we're losing that. So I would lower taxes for people that have no criminal behavior for the year. That means like no speeding tickets, no weird things. Their taxes would be lower, significantly lower. Also, our first responders, our emergency care people, from policemen to EMS to nurses, I would love for all of them to have educational grants. To either become a first responder or to have their first responder have more education after they do that. Maybe they love being an EMS but they want to become a nurse, or they love being a police officer but they would like to later be a social worker or a lawyer, or even be a politician. I'd love for them to have educational grants, because those are the eyes and ears of the country, the people that are seeing what's happening. So to put them in office or put them in teaching levels would be a great thing for everyone. Stimulus checks for community work, recycling and volunteering, tax deductions for people that give land back to native tribes, people that donate organs. Those are huge sacrifices and they're needed. So and help people have healthy babies. There's a lot of people like me that have waited all their life and planned to have a baby. But fertility clinics and surrogacy clinics and fertility insurance is incredibly expensive, but it should be, people that have waited and planned to be a parent should be rewarded. And having healthy babies is healthy Americans, healthy people. So I think people that have wanted and planned for them with fertility, we need to have fertility funding and adoption funding for families and parenting classes. If someone really wants to be a parent, I feel like, especially be a good parent, we should be supportive of that, because that is our future. Children are our future. We need to treat our veterans like royalty. Honor them and their families. Really need to treat them like royalty. And on the 4th of July, there should be no slaves in America, which means I would be free on the 4th of July. We don't need any slaves in America, but especially not on our 250th anniversary in America, right? So on the 4th of July this year, I think we should all apologize to indigenous people and Native people for the huge sacrifice that they gave us, and also acknowledge the genocide they went through for us to have a country. I think we need to call what we did to indigenous Native people genocide and honor their huge sacrifice, even though we forced them into it. But we need to use the word genocide, and we need to thank them. Because they truly allowed us to become a country, forced or they were forced into it, but we would, they were here first. And of course we need to thank our veterans that keep us safe, and be grateful for our immigrants. 90% of the country is immigrants, right? Maybe 10% of us are indigenous. That's very, maybe not even 10%, maybe 5%. Our indigenous populations are dwindling, and it's very sad. 200 years ago, what were we? We were all wanting immigrants to come here. 200 years ago, immigrants come. And with each wave of immigrants became a little bit of racism, right? There was, the Italians, the Irish, there was some racism to them. And, it wasn't even, skin color. And yet we're still having some racism today, involving ICE and involving people of color. So we are a country of immigrants. So, I think we need to really think about the only way to fight racism is compassion. So if I was president, there'd be no slaves. I don't feel very good, Silzia, but anyhow, I don't think I want to be president. If I could be president to be free, yes, I would be president to free myself, but on any other day now. Okay, I'm gonna go be sick. That's what I'm good at.